Welcome to Vfiles.Data.
Calvin Klein was born in the Bronx on November 19, 1942 to Jewish Hungarian immigrants. He spent his childhood working at the grocery store they owned, where he learned about the difference between high and low-end goods. In an interview he said, quote,
"I would see grapefruits. Some of them were 29 cents a pound and others were 49 cents. I'd ask, what's the difference between the two? My father said, some people like to pay 29 cents a pound and some like to pay 49 cents. I learned later that's the fashion business to a great deal."
In 1968, Klein and his childhood friend Barry Schwartz founded Calvin Klein Limited, a coat shop located in the York Hotel in New York City. He founded the business with $10,000. 1 year later, after Calvin Klein's debut collection, American Vogue called Klein the supreme master of minimalism in their September issue. Minimalism is a term that humans use to refer to things that appear to not have had much effort put into their design, however, have been made to look this way. These clothing items can be as expensive as their more intricate counterparts. For the Fall/Winter 1981 campaign, Klein deviated from his traditionally minimalist style with an editorial campaign shot by Irving Penn. The campaign features Caucasian models Lauren Helm, Patti Hansen, Kim Alexis and Joan Severance draped in luxurious fabrics to form what appears to be westernized hijabs. Calvin Klein was the inventor of the product and originator of the clothing market dubbed designer denim. Klein's garment innovation included placing the Calvin Klein logo on the pocket of his blue jeans. Advertisements for Calvin Klein jeans often include a miner posing in a sexual manner. In the 1980s, Brooke Shields fulfilled this role as a 15-year-old, referencing going commando, a human locution denoting a lack of undergarments. This expression implies that military personnel refrain from wearing undergarments in battle. Nonetheless, research suggests commandos do not typically go commando. In the early 1990s, Calvin Klein jeans capitalized on the grunge aesthetic popularized by public lovers Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love, employing Lilliputian model Kate Moss, along with teenage rapper and Academy Award nominee Mark WAHLBERG. The actor assaulted 2 men and left one partially blind 4 years prior to the advertisement. Recent Calvin Klein jeans advertisements have featured child performer Justin Bieber along with 31-year-old model Lara Stone, mother of Alfred Williams. The pair are seen embracing, topless, in Calvin Klein jeans as Bieber plays the drums. 19-year-old Kendall Jenner, a member of the Kardashian-Jenner reality television family, is the new face of Calvin Klein jeans. Deviating from the advertising schema's emphasis on minors, Calvin Klein is also known for creating bottled fragrances. These fragrances make human beings smell not like human beings but like fruits, flowers and trees. CK1 is a unisex bottled fragrance. The advertising for the fragrance borrowed from Richard Avedon's photos of people in the New York City-based Warhol factory. This factory was filled, not with machines, but an assemblage of amphetamine-addicted artists with screen printing supplies. Calvin Klein was friends with many of the workers in the factory and was well acquainted with the foreman, Andrew Warhol. What this factory produced is still unclear. In 2003, Calvin Klein sat courtside at a New York Knicks game, in seats reserved for celebrities so they may be photographed more easily while in attendance. During the final minutes of the game, Calvin Klein walked onto the playing surface in a reportedly crazed state. He then approached shooting guard Latrell Sprewell and proceeded to speak to the player until he was forcibly removed by security. In 2004, Calvin Klein made it public that he had relapsed but was now clean from narcotics. The Calvin Klein law is a New York City edict that makes trespassing on the playing area of a major sporting event a misdemeanor. Offenders may be imprisoned for up to a year or fined up to $25,000. Data transmission complete.